So the first thing, I want to thank you for all your support and comment in my first YouTube video, and it's making me more happy and more excited to create more YouTube video related to Shopify development. So in this video I will be talking about how you can add Tailwind CSS to a Shopify team and optimize it for production. So that's it, and let's get started. So if you don't know what Tailwind CSS is all about, it's a utility first CSS framework. So for example, if you want to add a flex box to a div class, you can just add flex class name, and it will make the class have a display of flex, and you can add many other things. So in this tutorial you need to have Shopify Theme Kit installed and Node.js and npm installed. So I will leave the link for the Shopify Theme Kit and Node.js in the description. So the first thing we need to do, I will open the terminal and I will go to my development environment and I will create a new directory. I will call it Shopify Theme Tailwind CSS, and I will go to it, cd. So it's just a typo problem. After that I will go to the command line reference, and I will grab this command. So I will put it here. So we need to have the API password and the store URL and the Shopify Theme Kit ID. So I will go to my development store and in the apps section so I will go to manage private app and create new private app. So in the private app name I will call it Tailwind. You can call it whatever you want. So I will call it Tailwind CSS, and I will add my emergency developer email. And in the admin API permission, so I will go to the team permission and make it read and write. So, and it will create the app and I will get my credential. So we'll have an API key and the password. So I will go and grab the password and I will paste it in the command line. And for the store URL, I will be using this one. And for the team ID, I will go online store, and in my dashboard I will grab the ID of the team. So I will click in action and it will redirect to the code, and I will grab so I will grab the team ID from the URL and go back to the dashboard, to the command line, and paste it. Make sure that you are in the team directory. It's not like a So it's done now. So I will go and initialize and Node.js project. So npm init -gag After that, I need to install some dependency, so I will npm install -d because it's a dev dependency. So I need Tailwind CSS, post CSS CLI, and autoprefixer. So after the installation is done, so I will need npx Tailwind CSS in it, and it will create a Tailwind CSS config file. So this is what we have done in the command line. So we get our Shopify theme architecture. So we have like an asset and the config, and we have config.yaml file that will hold our Shopify theme kit configuration. So we can have like a development environment, staging, and production environment if you want. And we have like a package.json with all the necessary dependency, and we have tailwind.config that will hold our Tailwind CSS configuration. So I need to create a file, call it postcss.config.js, postcss default configuration, and I will leave it in the description. And after that, I will create a folder. I will call it source, and I will create index.css file that I will import on it all the Tailwind CSS classes. So I will go to the package.json to create some script. So I will start with the start script. It will be start.css. So post CSS, we need to provide the input. It will be source/index, and the output will be asset/tailwind.css. So I will run this command npm run start column css, create a css file. So there is a problem. It's index.css, and I will run it again. So we have. Also, I will go in the assets and in the tailwind.css. So we have all the Tailwind CSS class. But with this setup, so I will go and create a start script. We'll add start. So it will be npm run start.css, and after that team deploy, and after that team watch. So the first command, for the first command, it will generate a development Tailwind CSS file. So it's not optimized for production. And we have team deploy. It will deploy the Tailwind CSS and team watch. So it will watch for any change and deploy it automatically to the remote Shopify team. So I will run npm run start. So it's currently generating the CSS file. So currently Shopify team kit it's watching for any file change. So I will go to the Tailwind config file to optimize it for production. So in the purge, I will make it enable. So what's purge? A purge you will have like a toggle which will be enable or not enable, and the content, it will be an array of file. So in this array of file, it will Tailwind CSS will look for all the file in this array and check and get back all the Tailwind CSS class used, and it will generate a Tailwind CSS file based on these classes. So it will be only the used one. So I will go content, section slash all the liquid file in this section, and I will do it for all the Shopify team folder. So we have layout, template, and snippet. So npm run, so I will call it npm run star css. So it's done now. So I will go to generated file, and you can see like a difference. So it's like a less CSS line. It's like about 700 line of code, which is like compared to the previous one, it's like a huge difference. So I will go and write, and in the Tailwind config, so in enable, so it will be like a conditional. So I will go process, it will be based on the node environment variable. So it's process.env.node-env. If it's equal to production, return true. Return true. If not, return false. And I will go in the package.json and have build command. And it will be node.env production, and after that npm run star.css, and after that team deploy. So I will run the star script to be able to integrate the Tailwind CSS in the Shopify team. So in the team.liquid in the layout folder, I will go in the head section and I will integrate. It will be rank rel style sheet. And I will make the name of the file is tailwind.css. asset.url, and I will add like a each one tag to check if it's working or not. So I will call it Elias, and add the class name of text gray 500. So it's updated now, so I will go and preview. So as you can see here, we have it's working. So we have like a each one tag with the text gray. So that's it for right now, and if you find this video useful, don't forget to leave a like and comment for future video suggestion, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more Shopify development video. And thank you.